Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. It's the show that puts a spotlight on Giles, Lawrence, and Maury counties from the pages of your local newspaper. That's right, the Pulaski Citizen, Lawrence County Advocate, and Main Street Maury are your local newspapers. And you can get a copy of your local newspaper at markets across each of your counties, Giles County, Lawrence County, Maury County, or actually you can subscribe to any of our newspapers by going to mainstreetmediatn.com. That's mainstreetmediatn.com, or you could call one of the following phone numbers: 931-363-3544, 931-762-1726, or 615-452-4940. All of those numbers, any of those numbers will get you any of our newspapers, or you can go to mainstreetmediatn.com. And with that traditional subscription to your newspaper, it will be delivered to your mailbox each week, and you get free, full access to our website and the e-editions online with your traditional subscription. So with all that information, let's move on to our wraps, and we're going to start this week with Main Street Maury. Wrap this week starts with the dedication of the field at Wrigley Park, dedicated to the former mayor of Columbia, Dean Dickey. And he was actually on hand there for the dedication. You can see that on the front page, photo, and the article by Andrew Pearson right there on the front page. Andrew also did an interview with Hampshire Unit Principal Ronnie Brewer, and we've got that article as well on the front page. Andrew also has the story on the front of the recent Maury County School Board meeting where they swore in the new members. And finally on the front, the city of Spring Hill tests its new water purification method. All of those stories on the front page by our reporter, Andrew Pearson. Good job by Andrew. Moving inside, Columbia is named a pet-friendly city. Maury Fire responded to a Culleoka house fire. Maury Regional Medical Center is seeking $100 million for expansion projects. Kevin Marcham has been chosen as the Maury County Commission Chair, as Eric Pravetti stepped down from that position recently. A Worthy Cause held its Community Field Day recently at Riverwalk Park, and the Children of the American Revolution honor first responders and memorialize 911. Those are all items that are inside this week's edition of Main Street Maury. Also inside, Spring Hill has enacted voluntary water conservation efforts. Columbia and Mount Pleasant Fire Departments teamed up for the Swift Water Training. Maury Regional has been recognized for treatment of heart attacks. And there's a special article this week from Giles County that we're going to share in all three of our Southern Middle Tennessee newspapers. This week, Maury County's got it. And coming up in the next couple of weeks, the Pulaski Citizen and the Lawrence County Advocate will have it. It's about 96-year-old Vivian Sims, who, by the way, was my elementary school art teacher, just so everybody knows it. She made sure that the Pulaski community had a way to celebrate the U.S. colored troops. And we did that last year. We did the dedication of that monument here in Pulaski last year. And this is about U.S. colored troops who joined the fight for their freedom. And she made sure that happened. And there's an article that really has gone kind of nationwide about Miss Sims, and we're going to share it right here in our Southern Middle Tennessee newspapers. As always, in Main Street Maury this week, there's local obituary notices, local government notices, community announcement, local church directory, the local forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather, puzzles and comics, and more. And the Main Street Maury is still the only place that you're going to at the Pig before you go shopping. That's right, 2 pages of deals from Piggly Wiggly down at Neely's Mill Shops every week in your local newspaper. That's Main Street Maury. So get all of that I just told you about and more in this week's edition of Main Street Maury, and that includes award-winning sports from Maurice Patton.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. This week's September 11th edition of the Main Street Maury print edition includes coverage of week 3 of high school sports in and around Maury County, or high school football in and around Maury County, including a impressive Columbia Academy comeback victory over visiting Friendship Christian as they scored off a block punt return in the third quarter and got a big touchdown pass in the fourth to pull away for a 21-15 victory. Again, coverage in the print edition of Main Street Maury that's in stands right now. Also from this weekend, Spring Hill had its first victory of the season in its clutches, but I don't want to say errant, but a penalty flag kind of snatched it away. Reeves Gill's 50-yard interception return for a touchdown had the Raiders up late on Maplewood, but a roughing the passer penalty on the play wiped it off. Maplewood was able to run out the clock in a 19-14 victory over host Spring Hill there. Columbia Central, for the second week in a row, does not allow an offensive touchdown, scores a defensive touchdown, and wins 24-0 over visiting Hunter's Lane. We've got coverage of that as well in this week's Main Street Maury print edition. Also, Mount Pleasant goes on the road, picks up a big Region 5-2A win out at Waverly. Independence and Summit both fall in road games. Summit going over to Green Hill, dropping a 20-0 decision. Independence scoring for the first time this year, but losing up at Centennial 20-13. We've also got a little soccer coverage as Sophie Williams and the Culleoka Lady Warriors, went out to cross-county rival Zion Christian and picked up a 7-1 victory. Williams with 4 goals and an assist in that one. Addison Matsey with another couple of goals. Coverage again in our print edition. And spinning forward into week 4 of the high school football season, Mostradamus has all your winners. Be sure and check that out in the print edition of Main Street Maury. Check out mainstreetmaury.com for coverage of all of our week 4 high school football games in the area. And those will also be in print in next week's Main Street Maury, the September 21st print edition. So be sure and check that out. Again, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. We'll see y'all next week.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Having a good, confident smile and being able to portray that positivity to others is really helpful.
A professional family atmosphere is what we get every time we come here.
Our hygienists do a better job at kind of assessing mouths and coming up with plans than most dentists do.
They're very kind and they're very aware of other people.
I think if there's things that I would want you to leave here with, I want you to feel like you were heard, that we listened to you, and I want you to feel like that your concerns were addressed.
Bluegrass Auction Associates is hosting another estate auction in White House, Tennessee on Saturday, July 20th at 10 a.m. Join Bluegrass as they sell the Judy Matthews Honeycutt Estate, conveniently located in the scenic Orchard Park subdivision. This beautiful estate includes both real estate and personal property, so everything must go. Everything will be sold on-site and in person, and a 10% buyer's premium is added to the final bid. So bid with confidence with Bluegrass Auction Associates, committed to excellence.
Whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, when it comes to your performance, don't settle for anything less than excellence. We're proud to announce that Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint Clinic is now Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance of Columbia, where we are redefining sports medicine and orthopedics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance's team of expert sports medicine physicians understands the unique demands of your body. TOA Columbia specializes in personalized orthopedic care, offering state-of-the-art treatments for everything from sports injuries to joint replacements. Learn more at toacolumbia.com.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
In the Lawrence County Advocate Wrap this week, we start off with an article about the growth that the city of Lawrenceburg has and continues to experience. Also on the front, Summertown Elementary School has added the red bench to its playground, and that is a place where kids that are seeking some companionship can go and sit and let everybody know. It's a visible sign that they are seeking somebody to come and talk to them. Lee Beckman has been promoted to the Deputy Fire Chief in Lawrenceburg, and the county's E911 board has a meeting scheduled for October 3rd. That's all on the front page this week of the Lawrence County Advocate. Inside, LSAP has started its Blessing Bags program. We found out all about it, what you can do, how you can donate to the Blessings Bags. The St. Joseph City Council has approved a playground project. We have the Loretta High School homecoming court, and the Flower Lovers Club is getting ready for the Middle Tennessee District Fair, as is the rest of Lawrence County, right? As always, we have the local obituary notices, local government notices, community announcements. We have puzzles, the forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather, and the local church directory. And we also have sports. And in sports this week, Loretta High School football raced past Harpeth on the road last week. Summertown football defeated Hickman County last week. Lawrence County High School, they fell to Lincoln County last week. Loretta volleyball improved to 13-1 last week. And we've got an update from Wade Neely on the Lawrence County High School soccer team earning their first region win. And all of that in this week's edition of the Lawrence County Advocate. Plus, we've got a special highlight on fall home improvement inside this week's edition. You got to get your copy of Lawrence County Advocate at markets all across the county. That's where you can get it, or you can subscribe today at any of the places I told you about earlier, and I'll hit that again at the end if you want to get your subscription sent to you at your home. Well, we'll be right back after this.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Bluegrass Auction Associates is hosting another estate auction in White House, Tennessee on Saturday, July 20th at 10 a.m. Join Bluegrass as they sell the Judy Matthews Honeycutt Estate, conveniently located in the scenic Orchard Park subdivision. This beautiful estate includes both real estate and personal property, so everything must go. Everything will be sold on-site and in person, and a 10% buyer's premium is added to the final bid. So bid with confidence with Bluegrass Auction Associates, committed to excellence.
They have always met wildest expectations as far as taking care of my teeth and my health. You know, teeth health is very important now to your heart. And I told him one day, I said, I'd love to have nice teeth and nice hair. And he said, well, I can take care of the teeth, but I can't take care of the hair. And I said, you can make my teeth? He said, yeah. I said, well, let's go for it. And he did. And I have been tremendously pleased. Dr. Hart, if you need him at night, he's here. This staff here will take care of you 24/7. You don't have to worry about, I can't get a hold of my dentist, my tooth's hurting. No, they will be here for you. And if I could get Dr. Hart to take that same artistry that he has and grow hair, then he would be double rich.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Nashville Superspeedway.
That's right, guitars and fast cars right here in Music City. This summer, NASCAR is back at the Nashville Superspeedway. Get your tickets now to watch your favorite driver take on the 1.33 miles of concrete chaos. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to lock in your spot June 28th through the 30th for the Ally 400 race weekend.
The Pulaski Citizen Ramp starts this week with Callista Pope as our citizen spotlight. You'll find a photo of Callista right there at the top of the front page and an article inside about her. Also on the front page, the Giles County School System is looking to move some of its office from the old deteriorating and really, to be honest with you, dangerous old central office building. You know, they got a new central office building, and then there's the old one. The old one was built in 1937, and it's been dangerous for a long time. And there's some opportunity for the school system to rent a building or part of a building over near Giles County High School. And they're going to be asking the county commission to allow them to do that. And that's part of the county commission's meeting schedule agenda that is scheduled for next Monday, September 16th. The commission has a busy agenda for that meeting, and we're going to live stream that meeting, by the way, on Pulaski Citizen Live YouTube and on the Pulaski Citizen Facebook page, so that you can keep up with everything that goes on. There's all kinds of stuff that's going to be going on in that meeting next week. Elkton Elementary School led people across Giles County to show their support for Elkton teacher Tammy Gaudette recently, and the entire school and really most of the county became a sea of orange in support of Tammy Gaudette. It was a great thing that they did. She is battling cancer, and everybody is trying to show her support as she battles back. Connie Rowe has that article on the front page this week. Also on the front page, there's a rally for Christ here on the square coming up Saturday. See all about that on the front page. UT Southern is set to get security upgrades to the tune of $4.2 million. So that's also on the front page. And I don't know how she did it, but on a week where everybody else struggled in the Fearless Forecasters picks, Deborah Short picked all 16 correctly. That's right. She got all of them right. And she came by and picked up her $1,000 check. That's where the jackpot had gotten to, because since the last time somebody picked them all right. So Daniel Haney came down, and he and I gave her the check. We want to congratulate Deborah, first of all. She was so excited. It's so much fun to give that money away each time that it happens. And it's so special every time, because usually it takes several weeks to get there. It took 10 weeks to get it there this time. We want to thank Daniel also. Haney Realty and Property Management, Haney Auction, he sponsors that prize. He puts the money in so that prize can grow every week. So thank you to Daniel. Make sure you tell Daniel thank you if you enjoy our Fearless Forecasters page. And also, hey, if you haven't played it, it's free. Just get a paper and fill it out, turn it in, and you got a chance to do just like Deborah did, get them all right and win $100. And either way, you still get a prize, even if you don't get them all right, if you get the most right. So congratulations, Deborah, and thank you to Daniel. Inside, there's more on the agenda for next week's commission meeting. As I said, there's a lot on there. Gareth Cheese Art has been selected as one of the 10 best in the K-3 division of a national contest. And we got a photo of Gareth and his beautiful art right there in the paper. And as always, we have obituary notices, backward glances, court docket, property transfers, local government notices, community briefs, fun and games, the forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather, local church directory, all of that every single week right here in the Pulaski Citizen. And Johnny Phelps, Giles Path, brings us a look this week at Minor Hill then and now, and the GCHA Pet Corner this week features Peanut. I'm going to let you check that one out yourself. And I got to do one of my favorite kind of stories this week. That's right, I got to do the kind of story where I get to eat. I know you've seen what's been going on down on North 1st Street in Pulaski here. So I took the time to stop in at First American Filling Station and for a hot dog and some ice cream, and I did it all just for you. Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. I know. I took one for the team, right? Check out the article on the back of A section this week about First American Filling Station down on North 1st Street, and then waste no time to go down there and get you something to eat at American Filling Station for lunch, breakfast, or dinner. Great folks, great food, tremendous atmosphere, everything you could want right here in Pulaski, and just run right down the street here on North 1st Street and pick you up something at First American Filling Station. I've got all that. We've got all that in the Pulaski Citizen this week. And here's my man, Wade Neely, to give us the lowdown on all things athletics as well.
Hey folks, Wade Neely here, sports editor at the Pulaski Citizen. Time now for an update on what's in print and what's online for the September 11th edition of the Pulaski Citizen sports page. High school football saw two teams picking up 2 wins as Giles County goes on the road and notches its first victory of the season, 38-7 over at Fayetteville. We were there, Chris Bledsoe and yours truly, broadcasting the game. You can still go back and listen to that broadcast, by the way, if you download the Mixler app and search for PCL GCHS. But into the game we go. It was Giles County taking control from the opening possession offensively. They stopped Fayetteville on their first defensive series and really never looked back as GCHS punches in its first touchdown. They take their first lead of the entire season via a short rush from Caleb Oates, and it was off to the races for Giles County versus the 2A Tigers. Caleb Oates finishes the game with four rushing touchdowns, over 150 yards on the ground. We also saw Xavier Randolph hooking up with Kareem Bryant for a short passing touchdown. All in all, pretty good effort for Giles County as they win it 38-7 versus Fayetteville City. Cowbell game on the schedule, for now at least, for Thursday, as Giles County and Lawrence County are set to tangle at Sam Davis Park. We will again broadcast that game on PCL. We'll also broadcast it simultaneously on the Main Street Media Radio Network as part of our Thursday night game of the week. More on that later. Switching gears to Richland as the Raiders. Wow, the Richland Raiders continue to put up impressive numbers as they score a bunch of points early and then hang on and survive late versus Wayne County for their first region win of 2024 as Richland comes up 34-22. Was innocent enough to start as Richland was up 21-0, but Wayne County comes roaring all the way back. They make it a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. You're wondering, will Richland be able to hang on? But hang on, indeed they do, as they get some nice efforts on the ground from folks like Luke Eastlick and Andrew Huff, putting in rushing touchdowns for the Raiders. Jake Sands, Blaine Woodard also contributing at the receiver and quarterback position for Richland. Again, their region opener breaking in favor. And another big Raider game that we had on the schedule for you guys last week. And in the battle of two unbeaten programs, it was Richland Middle School versus Mount Pleasant Middle. And Mount Pleasant goes into Wayne Hobbs Memorial Stadium and defeats the Richland Middle School Raiders. 34-24 was your final there as Richland tastes defeat for the first time in the 2024 season. Mark Mize and Adam Hansen had your broadcast that night, and Mark has your recap from what was a fantastic effort as Richland Middle now looking to bounce back again, tentatively scheduled to play Zion Christian on Thursday as they celebrate homecoming. All of that and so much more in print in this week's edition. You can also catch us online at PulaskiCitizen.com. That's an update from the Pulaski Citizen Sports page. Wayne Neely saying so long. We'll see you next time.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast. We are going to start to see cloud cover increase this morning and afternoon due to the remnants of Francine approaching the Tennessee Valley. That is going to be our main weather maker for the next few days. We'll also see breezy conditions start to pick up, winds just out of the southeast at about 5 miles an hour to start off your Wednesday, but we will again start to see those clouds filter in, winds pick up, a few rain showers by the afternoon to evening, but then widespread rain and storms move in overnight and into your Thursday. That will continue as well. Breezy conditions, gusts up to 20 to 30 miles an hour, maybe even a little bit higher at times. Again, very heavy rainfall expected for Thursday with some storms in the mix. Now, instability looks to not be there. No storm fuel for any sort of severe impacts for Thursday. Heading into Friday, though, we could continue to see showers and storms with maybe a little bit more storm fuel, but we will continue to monitor that situation for any sort of potential tornado threat. That looks to be possible at this point, but not likely. Temperatures will also be much cooler due to thick cloud cover from that tropical moisture. Temperatures only in the mid to upper 70s Thursday and Friday. Upper 70s for Saturday as some lingering showers continue through Monday.
So thanks for spending some time with us on Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee this week. I got to spend First Friday up on the square in Columbia recently. That was a lot of fun. It got to meet some great folks who love what we're doing at Main Street Maury. And I've gotten to ride around with both the Pulaski and Lawrenceburg mayors recently around their towns to talk about a lot of growth. The Lawrence County Advocate articles in this week. The Pulaski article will be coming up soon, riding around with Mayor J.J. Brindley. So there's all kinds of great things happening across Southern Middle Tennessee. And we're so proud that you allow us to come into your homes and tell you about what's going on. Don't miss a single thing that's happening. Make sure you get a subscription to your local newspaper. So I'm going to make it easy for you. Real simple. Just go to mainstreetmediatn.com. That's mainstreetmediatn.com. Everything you need to get a subscription to any of our local newspapers is right there. Thanks again for allowing us, like I said, to come into your home each week and tell you what's going on in your community. And good Lord willing, we're going to be right back here next week with Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee.